everyone, how are you all? I hope you're all doing good. So we are back on your favorite learning platform, Learn Forward, and we are going to study from Feathercap People and Places. We are on chapter number 9, that is sharing of thoughts and feelings. So we human beings are a social being. A man is a social animal. He loves to exchange his feelings and thoughts with others, right? We do love to communicate with our friends and family, with our near ones and dear ones. So ये सब चीज़ें इवॉल्व कैसे हुई एंड देयर आर बेसिकली टू टाइप्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन यू कम्युनिकेट विद पीपल ऑन टू बेसिस फर्स्ट इज योर पर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन सेकंड इज योर मास कम्युनिकेशन पर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन तब होता है जब हम कोई दो लोग या दो तीन लोग मिलके अपने को जो भी कम्युनिकेशन है या फिर जो भी बात है फीलिंग शेयर करते हैं एंड मास कम्युनिकेशन the thing which is communicated to mass or a huge number of people or public, so that is your mass communication. In this chapter we are going to study that. So I hope you are all ready with your books. Let's get started now. Sharing of thoughts and feelings with one another is called communication. So when we share our thoughts and feelings with each other, that is known as communication. There are methods of communication, that is your talking and listening, when you talk and listen. सेकेंड इज योर शोइंग एंड वॉचिंग, कुछ दिखाना या फिर कुछ देखना. थर्ड इज योर राइटिंग एंड रीडिंग, कुछ पढ़ना या फिर कुछ रीड करना या लिखना. People like to communicate with relative, friends and strangers far and near. In the past, messages to distant places were sent by messenger, good runners or riders. So, पहले के टाइम पे जो मैसेजेस होते थे वो मैसेंजर्स के थ्रू या फिर राइडर्स के थ्रू या फिर गुड रनर्स के थ्रू जो है डिस्टेंट प्लेसेस तक भेजे जाते थे. बट टुडे वी डोंट हैव टू डू सो. वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल, वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. So means of communication is of basically two types. First is your personal, second is your mass. Personal communication takes place between the sender and the receiver. जो personal communication होता है वो दो चीज़ों में काम करता है, दो लोगों के बीच में. First is the sender जिन्होंने मैसेज भेजा, second is the receiver जिन्होंने वो मैसेज रिसीव किया है. This is mainly between family and friends. Letters, telegram, fax, telephones are means of individual communication to and from one person or to family. So ये basically किसके बीच में होता है? Basically friends या family, जो आप अपनी friends या family से communicate करते हैं, that is your personal communication. It can be on telegram, letter, fax, through telephone. So these are all individual types of communication. Sometimes we need to communicate with large number of people at that same time. So we do this through newspapers, magazines, books, cinema, radio, television, internet and advertisement. These are different means of mass communication. Another is your mass communication. Mass communication includes when you have to communicate to the large number of people. So to communicate with large number of people, we can communicate them through newspapers, magazines, TVs or radio or anything. So these are all part of mass communication. Now, some means of personal and mass communication are as follows. Now we are going to study some types of mass communication and some of your personal. So first is your communication. There is a network of post offices all over the world. Letters and greeting cards are being sent and received in thousands every day. जो पोस्ट ऑफिस का नेटवर्क है, जो आपको पोस्ट के लेटर्स आते हैं, द लेटर्स विच यू सेंड, ये सब किसके थ्रू आते हैं? वी गेट इट थ्रू पोस्ट ऑफिस. The letters are sent in 1,000 numbers daily. Fast means of modern transport have made our letters move fast. So जितने ट्रांसपोर्ट हमारे मॉडर्न हो रहे हैं उतने हमारे लेटर्स की डिलीवरी भी फास्ट हो रही है. Postal stamps of different countries are affixed on these letters. So कभी कभी क्या होता है, जो लेटर्स होते हैं they come from the different country और हर कंट्री का जो होता है अपना एक पोस्टल स्टैम्प होता है which you will get on the letter. So from those stamps you can recognize that from which country it came from. Now these stamps also carry a lot of information about different countries. Some person have a hobby of collecting posting stamps. The hobby of collecting stamps is called philately. So बहुत लोग ऐसे होते हैं जिन्हें स्टैम्प्स को कलेक्ट करने की आदत होती है. हमें क्या होता है कि जो हमें लेटर्स मिलते हैं उसके ऊपर जो स्टैम्प होता है वो स्टैम्प जो है एक कंट्री के बारे में बहुत कुछ रिप्रेजेंट करता है, बताता है बेसिकली कि वो कौन सी कंट्री का है. और बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे होते हैं जिन्हें आदत होती है कि ये जो स्टैम्प्स की सबकी हॉबी होती है, राइट. सम पीपल हैव अ हॉबी टू कलेक्ट कॉइन्स, some have hobby to collect notes, some have hobby to collect the stamps. The collecting of hobby of collecting stamps is known as philately. Now let us reach their address in few days. A teleprinter is like a typewriter. So as we all know, telegraph, right? जो टेलीप्रिंटर होता है बेसिकली टाइपराइटर का काम करता है. इट प्रिंट्स द मैसेज एट द अदर एंड एट द सेम टाइम. सेंडिंग मैसेज थ्रू टेलीप्रिंटर इज कॉल्ड टेलेक्स. सो जो टेलीप्रिंटर होता है वो टाइपराइटर की तरह काम करता है. ये मैसेज को दूसरे एंड पे सेम टाइम पे प्रिंट करता है. एक जगह लिखा जा रहा है, दूसरी जगह भी वही प्रिंट होगा. इस जो मैसेज टेलीप्रिंटर के थ्रू भेजा जाता है उसे टेलेक्स बोला जाता है, TELEX. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज योर फैक्स मशीन. Facsimile. Facsimile is an exact copy or reproduction of writing, printing and picture at a distance. So कोई भी काम जो distance पे हो रहा होगा, it can be your, it is the exact copy or the reproduction of anything which is going at a distance place. On a telephone we can talk, we can listen to a person at the same living far away or near in the country. So टेलीफोन पे हम क्या कर सकते हैं? एज वी ऑल हैव टेलीफोन, हम बहुत इजीली टेलीफोन यूज करके वी कैन टॉक एट एनी प्लेस. हम कुछ भी अपना काम जो है आज के टाइम पे वी कैन डू इट थ्रू अवर मोबाइल फोन्स. वी कैन टॉक टू द एनी पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री और एनी पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ टेलीफोन. With the new ISTD, what is ISTD? International Subscriber Trunk Dialing. So we have learned what is STD, Subscriber Trunk Dialing. ISTD is International Subscriber Trunk Dialing. ये हमें allow करता है to place call in any part of the world. We can talk directly with a person in any country of the world where such facility is available. जहाँ पे ISTD की facility available होगी उस country में हम easily call करके बात कर सकते हैं. Now radio waves are also used to receive and send telegraph and telephone messages. So as we use telephones, उसमें कोई वायर नहीं है. So ये कहाँ से चलता, कहाँ से, इंटरनेट कहाँ से आता है? जो आपके फोन में जितनी भी आप इजीली दूसरी कंट्री में बात कर पा रहे हो, हाउ इट इज हैपनिंग, इट ऑल कनेक्ट्स, दीज टेलीफोन कॉल्स कनेक्ट्स यू थ्रू रेडियो वेव. सो रेडियो वेव जो होती हैं, रेडियो वेव जो है ये हमें मैसेज को भेजने में और रिसीव करने में थ्रू टेलीग्राफ, टेलीफोन, इन सब में हमें हेल्प करती हैं. रेडियो वेव ट्रैवल थ्रू स्पेस विदाउट अ वायर. सो ये स्पेस से ट्रैवल करती हैं विदाउट अ वायर. इसके लिए हमें वायर्स की जरूरत नहीं है. This system is called a wireless communication. So the system of system of radio waves is known as basically wireless connection because it does not have wireless communication because it does not have any wires. Now one can talk on wireless telephone called cellular phone. So you might have seen at your places कि पहले के टाइम पे जो होता था आपका ऐसे जो वायर कनेक्ट होती थी वो वाला फोन होता था, ठीक है, जिससे आपको पास में बैठ के बात करनी होती थी. बट आज के टाइम पे वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ वेराइटी. दीज वर द टेलीफोन्स, दीज वर द बेसिकली टेलीफोन लाइन्स व्हिच वर प्रेजेंट ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ योर पेरेंट्स. जस्ट आस्क देम. बट टुडे वी हैव अ सेल्युलर फोन व्हिच इज ए हैंडी डिवाइस. सेल्युलर फोन जो आज आपके हाथ में एंड्रॉइड्स हैं, आईफोन्स हैं, दे आर ऑल सेल्युलर फोन्स. नाउ computer at various places are connected together by wires or waves to make a network. बहुत सारे ऑफिसेज हैं. जैसे अब सपोज एयरपोर्ट है, एक पर्टिकुलर एयरपोर्ट में एक पर्टिकुलर एयरलाइंस को अपनी जो इंफॉर्मेशन है पूरे इंडिया में देनी है, तो वो कैसे देगा? तो वो क्या करेगा, अपने पूरे सिस्टम को एक नेटवर्क से कनेक्ट करेगा और जितनी भी उस नेटवर्क पे इंफॉर्मेशन होगी वो सबके पास पूरे कंट्री में रिसीव होगी. सो if any information is put into one computer on this network, all the other computers on the network will also have this information. बहुत सारे कंप्यूटर्स जो नेटवर्क के थ्रू कनेक्टेड होते हैं, अगर उनमें से किसी भी एक कंप्यूटर पे आप कोई इंफॉर्मेशन अपलोड करोगे वो सब कंप्यूटर्स पे सबको मिल जाएगी. This is a very useful organization with many branches at different places like business, banks, railways and other airlines. With its help one can know whether there is a seat reservation available for any journey from any place on the network. So जो कहाँ पे काम आते हैं, ये हमें काम आते हैं बेसिकली एयरलाइंस वाली जगहों पे, जहाँ पे एयरलाइंस का काम है, बैंक्स का काम है, रेलवेज का काम है. Suppose if you are booking a train ticket, for example, you are booking a train ticket and it's not available at that point of time, it is on waiting. पर अगर आप जैसे सपोज किसी ने कहीं से टिकट कैंसिल करी है, तो अगर वो सिस्टम पे अपलोड होगी तो वो पूरे इंडिया में पहुंच जाएगी और अगर वो सीट अवेलेबल होगी यू विल गेट द मैसेज, राइट. सो ये होता है आपका नेटवर्क के थ्रू अगर जब कनेक्ट होते हैं कंप्यूटर्स, उसका advantage. Now, what is mass communication? This was about your personal communication. Mass communication, a newspaper brings news and views about people and events all over the world. So how does newspaper helps? It brings the views and the news from all over the world. It also contains special features, cartoons and information about business, sports, film, television programs and cultural activities. So एक newspaper के अंदर special features, cartoons, information about business, sports, films, television programs and cultural activities, ये सब चीजें हमें newspaper में मिलती हैं पढ़ने को. Now, second is a magazine. A magazine carries summary of news, different views. एक magazine के अंदर summary होती है अलग अलग news की. Suppose you have seen that कि जो magazines होती हैं या तो वो alternate days पे आती है, either it comes on weekly basis or sorry either weekend basis. So हर week पे एक magazine जो है issue होती है. इस तरीके से जो है magazine work करती है. तो उसमें क्या होता है, you cannot get the whole news in the magazine. For the daily updates you have to read the newspaper or either you have to watch the news channels. So magazine में you will get other things like which is your culture, articles on cultural, scientific और technical thoughts and ideas. तो ये सब चीजें हमें magazine में मिल जाती हैं. Now what are books? Books, how are books a mass communication, part of a mass communication? Books of great variety are published on large number of subjects are published every month. So अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट पे अलग अलग वैरायटी की बुक्स जो है लार्ज नंबर पे पब्लिश होती हैं. Books published in one country are sold all over the world. They are easily translated into many languages so that people knowing different language can get benefit from them. Books जो है basically एक लैंग्वेज में लिखी जाती है, as we all know, वो एक पर्टिकुलर कंट्री में पब्लिश होती हैं और वही बुक्स जो है दूसरी कंट्रीज में भेजी जाती हैं और उन्हें इजीली ट्रांसलेट करके जो है ताकि वहाँ के जो लोग हैं उन्हें भी बेनिफिट मिले एंड द वन पर्सन हु हैज रोट द बुक also get benefit from that. So that is why books are also translated into many languages so that a lot people can get benefit from it. Now, if all the newspapers in the world are recycled, 250 million trees can be saved each year. So, in every country, newspapers are being sold on daily basis. So, if we save newspaper, if we reuse the paper which is from which newspaper is made, 250 million trees can be saved each year. So you can see how much trees are used to make paper every year. So we should not waste paper, as I have already been told you, as I have already told you this a lot of times, that you should not waste paper. It comes from a natural resource which is limited for us. Now, cinema. Cinema is a means for producing motion pictures by reel of films. So cinema का काम क्या है, वो motion pictures को produce करता है. Motion pictures is your movies basically जो आप देखते हो by a reel of films. Films are of two types. So there are two types of film. First is your feature film. Second is your documentary film. Feature film shows a type of drama for entertainment. So जो films में हम entertainment के लिए देखते हैं, drama के लिए देखते हैं, which are fictional. Fictional मतलब जो स्टोरी जो है एक दिमाग से बनाई जाती है, which is not real, that is fictional. तो वो होती हैं आपकी फीचर फिल्म्स. सेकेंड इज योर डॉक्यूमेंट्री फिल्म्स. डॉक्यूमेंट्री क्या होता है, कभी भी कोई भी ऐसा इंसिडेंट जो आपकी रियलिटी में हुआ हो, इट कैन बी ऑन अ पर्सन, इट कैन बी ऑन अ डिजास्टर, इट कैन बी ऑन एनीथिंग. सो वो होती है डॉक्यूमेंट्री फिल्म. वो फिल्म जो आपको किसी चीज के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन दे रही हो, न्यूज दे रही हो. सो documentary films contains information about people, events, country, animals, plants or other topics. Countries exchange both kinds of films among themselves so people understand each other's cultures, value and progress. So जो documentary films और feature films होती हैं, basically these are exchanged between the countries. ये क्यों exchange की जाती हैं, ताकि जो लोग हैं वो दूसरे कल्चर को भी, दूसरे कल्चर की वैल्यूज को भी समझ पाए और प्रोग्रेस कर पाए. नाउ what is radio? Radio was the first wireless means of mass communication. Messages can go around the world in no time through radio waves. जब कुछ भी नहीं था, so first thing for the mass communication used was the radio. टीवी से भी पहले. So जो टीवी था, जो रेडियो था, it was the first wireless means of mass communication. So ये पहला ऐसा डिवाइस था जो वायरलेस डिवाइस इन्वेंट हुआ था जो मास कम्युनिकेशन के लिए यूज किया जाता था. Messages can go around in a time through radio waves. So messages जो थे, कोई भी अगर मैसेज होता था या फिर कोई भी इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज होती थी, वो इस पे ब्रॉडकास्ट कर दी जाती थी. बिना मतलब उस टाइम पे भी इस पे टाइम नहीं लगता था. रेडियो स्टेशंस हैव बीन सेट अप ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड फॉर मास कम्युनिकेशन. सो हर जगह जो है, हर कंट्री में जो है रेडियो स्टेशन सेटअप किए गए हैं ताकि मास कम्युनिकेशन में कोई प्रॉब्लम ना हो. They broadcast news and information about science, agriculture, health, etc. So बहुत सारी चीज़ों के ऊपर जो है हमारा रेडियो जो है बेसिकली वो ब्रॉडकास्ट करता है चीज़ों को. It can be on anything, science, agriculture, cooking, health, etc. Sports like cricket have been very popular because of running commentaries broadcast over the radio. जब पहले के टाइम पे टीवी नहीं होता था, so everyone cannot go to stadium to watch the match, right? पहले क्या होता था, जो कमेंट्री होती थी वो रेडियो पे आती थी. आज के भी बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जो आज के टाइम पे भी कमेंट्री रेडियो पे सुनते हैं. तो इसकी वजह से जैसे जैसे कमेंट्री आती थी रेडियो पे, लोगों के अंदर क्रिकेट का क्रेज बढ़ा. Even lessons on various subjects for students are broadcasted over the radio. So बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के ऊपर भी जो lessons होते हैं वो रेडियो पे ब्रॉडकास्ट होते हैं. You can ask your parents or your grandparents about the radio कि उस पे क्या क्या चीज़ें आती थी. It is very useful for the learned as well as illiterate. So ये एक जो पढ़ा लिखा इंसान है उसके लिए भी ज़रूरी है, जो नहीं पढ़ सकता उसके लिए भी ज़रूरी है. It is the cheapest means of communication. So radio is the cheapest means of communication. A transistor radio is operated on dry cell. It is portable, can be carried anywhere. We can listen to it while doing our work from shops, homes and farms. So जो ट्रांजिटर रेडियो होता है वो बेसिकली किस पे काम करता है, ड्राई सेल्स पे. तो ये पोर्टेबल डिवाइस होता है, पोर्टेबल पोर्टेबल, जो इजीली आप हर जगह कैरी कर सकते हो. तो उससे जो आपका ट्रांजिटर रेडियो है आप उसे कहीं भी लेके जा सकते हो. आप उसे किसी टाइम पे सुन सकते हो, while doing your work, while doing anything. Thus radio brought a great revolution in the mass communication. So name a device that made a great revolution in the mass communication. That is your radio. It has reduced the whole world into a home. Now the latest invention have helped to carry messages in no time without using wires, so that we can say whole world has become our home. Now due to the lot of technologies, due to lot of inventions, we are just click away. We can send a message to the any part of the world at any point of time. So now the whole world has become our home. That is why it is said that it has reduced the whole world into home. मतलब जो ये हमारा इतनी inventions है, इतनी technologies है, उसकी वजह से अब हम किसी भी चीज़ से दूर नहीं है. We can know about anything by sitting at our own place. Now, most radio programs are recorded in studio. Studio is a soundproof room. The radio of sound of music and voice is recording in a tape recorder. The tape recorder has a magnetic tape. It records the sound and voice in the form of magnetic energy, which is reproduced. जितने भी रेडियो प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं, you might have seen on the TV also or in the YouTube also. You can check it. जो स्टूडियो में रिकॉर्ड किए जाते हैं. You might have seen the people wearing headphones, having mic in front of them and talking to each other. That is your radio, right? तो रेडियो का जो होता है वो स्टूडियो रूम होता है. वहाँ पे जो है स्टूडियोज में ये सब चीज़ें रिकॉर्ड की जाती हैं. एक टेप रिकॉर्डर में बेसिकली ये सब चीज़ें रिकॉर्ड की जाती हैं, which is a basic. It has magnetic tape. और जो tape recorder है, it records the sound and the voice in the form of magnetic energy. Now many people have tape recorder at their homes, shops and farms. So ask your parents or grandparents that they might have been having the tape recorder. पहले के टाइम पे टेप रिकॉर्डर होता था, उसके अंदर से फिल्म निकलती थी जिससे इजीली जो है चीज़ें आप प्रिंट करा सकते थे, जो भी था. पहले के कैमराज वर ऑल्सो डिफरेंट, बट टेप रिकॉर्डर वॉज वेरी डिफरेंट. जस्ट आस्क योर पेरेंट्स. Now, television is the latest invention among the mass communication. We can see the action of the scene as well as hear its sound. It provides us with the latest information, news and entertainment. It broadcasts, recorded as well as live events of the political and social and cultural nature. So, television जो है, that is the latest invention which is used for the mass communication. So, in the television we can see the action, we can also hear it, the sound. Now it also provides the latest information and news on the and entertainment. It broadcasts the things which have been already recorded and the things which are live. Like you see cricket at your home which is live आता है cricket, या फिर कोई भी आपका वो हो सकता है, स्पोर्ट हो सकता है, या बहुत सारे जो कल्चरल पॉलिटिकल इवेंट्स होते हैं हमारी कंट्री में. वी सी द परेड ऑफ रिपब्लिक डे और वी सी द होस्टिंग ऑफ फ्लैग ऑन इंडिपेंडेंस डे ऑन टीवी विच कम्स लाइव ऑन द न्यूज चैनल्स. सो किस वजह से है, किस पे आता है, टीवी पे ही हमें देखने को मिलता है. Now, we can see taking off the salute of Republic Day and on Republic Day, and our Prime Minister unfurling the national flag on the Red Fort. There are also special television programs for the farmers, housewives, and others. Television has reached even villages. There are regular film shows on various channels of TV. So, आज के टाइम पे जो टेलीविजन है वो हमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें प्रोवाइड करता है, वो हमें अलग अलग टॉपिक्स पे इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड करता है, फार्मर्स के लिए, स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, या फिर कोई भी अलग सेपरेट जो आपकी कैटेगरी है उनके लिए बहुत सारे शोज जो है बनाए जाते हैं. As most of the farmers in our country are illiterate, so to make them aware about the new technologies and the new things, the channels, the TV channels give them new episodes, new stories और the new inventions जो है उसके बारे में aware करते हैं, उसके बारे में उन्हें teach करते हैं. Now, टीवी इट सिनेमा इज ऑल्सो ब्रॉट टू हमारे होम्स. सो बहुत सारे टीवी पे टीवी हमारे पे क्या होता है, जो टीवी चैनल्स है बेसिकली बहुत सारे, वो हमें रेगुलर बेसिस पे हमें फिल्म्स भी दिखाते हैं, राइट. आज पहले जो केबल्स होते थे उस पे हर टीवी चैनल पे किसी ना किसी टाइम पे पर्टिकुलर फिल्म आती थी, और अभी भी आती है जिनके यहाँ केबल होंगे, या टुडे वी हैव वाईफाई, वी हैव स्मार्ट टीवी, वी हैव स्मार्ट स्टिक्स. सो उसकी वजह से यू कैन सी एनीथिंग एट योर ओन कंफर्ट जोन. So it has also brought cinema into our homes. The number of cinegoers has much reduced due to television. So जो सिनेमा गोअर्स हैं बेसिकली, जो सिनेमा जाते थे मूवी देखने, वो लोग अब कम हो गए, उनका नंबर कम हो गया है, क्योंकि जो आजकल सारी चीजें हैं वी गेट इट ऑन द टीवी ओनली. Now, artificial satellites are man-made satellites that orbit around the earth. So this is your artificial, these are satellites which are sent by the man in the space. They are launched into space through big rockets. So the human being launched these satellites through the big rockets into the space. Communication satellites can pick up signals from one point on the earth and relay them to the all parts of the earth. Thus radio, television, television signals are transmitted around the world. जो communication signals हैं, communication satellites है, सॉरी, ये जो है अर्थ के एक पॉइंट से सिग्नल उठा के जो है दूसरे पॉइंट तक भेजते हैं. इसी वजह से we get to listen everything on radio, we get to see everything on TV, we are able to communicate on telephone. The signals through satellite are sent more speedily, they are received more clearly. So जो satellites के through signals भेजे जाते हैं वो जो है बहुत speedily जाते हैं, तो इस वजह से हम जो है कोई भी मैसेज को या कोई भी न्यूज को बहुत जल्दी रिसीव करते हैं. Now, the satellites also carry very powerful cameras. They send us photographs of the earth and atmosphere. So, as we know that our country has launched the Chandrayaan-3 a few time back, तो उसमें जो था we get the pictures of the moon. How? Because in the satellites, in these satellites, the cameras are fixed, due to which we get the photographs from the space. And with the help of these photographs, weather conditions are predicted, which you can see and listen of TV daily. So you get the weather forecast. Weather forecast क्या होता है? Weather की details जो आने वाले time पे आपको मिलती है. You also have the app in your mobile phones, in most of the phones, जिसमें you get the weather of the next 7 days or the next 14 days. इससे हमें weather conditions का idea होता है. How are they predicted? They are predicted through the photographs which are sent through the satellites. With the help of the satellites, we can have program in which people from different parts of the world can talk and see each other. So, as you know कि आज आप अगर आप न्यूज़ भी देखते हो बैठ कर, ठीक है, आप न्यूज़ देखते हो, उसमें देखते हो there is debate going on. So, the people present in the debate are not present in the studio, right? So, the debate which you see on the news, or the conversation between the different people which you see on the screen, is combined together and you see these programs. So these programs, such live programs, are known as space bridges. So these programs which you see on the TV which comes live, they are known as space bridges. Thus the whole world comes to our home. So that is why we say, because of the new technologies, new inventions, the whole world is our home, comes to our home. Now, internet. Want information on any subject? Simply search the net. You will have so much information that it will become difficult to select what you need. The internet is a fast and efficient way of sending information around the world. That is why sometimes it also called the information superhighway. You want to know anything about anything? You can just check it on the Google. You can type anything which you want to know about. So you will get the information about anything which you are getting difficult to select. Now the internet is a fast and efficient way to send information around the world. कोई भी information को share करने के लिए world में the efficient and the fastest way is your internet, and internet is sometimes also known as information superhighway. Why? Because it is the efficient and the fastest way. Now advertisement is the need of the and the way of the world today. Until unless one shows his product to masses, who will buy it? अब जो advertisement है वो बहुत ज़रूरी है, और मतलब you can launch a product but how will you sell it? आप एक product बना दोगे but उसे बेचोगे कैसे, right? वो उसके लिए what you want to do, you have to do advertisement. अब now there are many varieties of one single commodity. Of single product you can see a lot of varieties of that particular product. Newspaper and magazines sell their space for advertisements, so you might have seen in the newspapers a big advertisement of a particular product. The advertisement consists of the specialities of the product and the slogan to attract. So when you open a newspaper, your eyes just go on the particular article or a slogan. Why? Because it is made in such a manner that it attracts us. So इस वजह से जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट है उसकी स्पेशलिटी क्या है कि उसके अंदर एक तो स्लोगन होता है और उसके अंदर प्रोडक्ट स्पेशलिटीज होती हैं जो कि हमें अट्रैक्ट करता है. नाउ these advertisement reach only the illiterate people. So this advertisement will reach the people who are literate, right? The people who are illiterate cannot read it, obviously. So radio and television advertisements reach more and more people. So the advertisement which are telecasted on the radio and the television, they reach the mass people because the people who are not illiterate, they are also using the radio and television. Now advertisements on television are most powerful as they are packed with spectrum of speedy action, sounds, voice, colors and designs. जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स टीवी पे चलाई जाती हैं दे आर मोर पावरफुल, उनकी जो है सेल होने की जो कैपेबिलिटी है या प्रोबेबिलिटी है दैट इज हायर देन दोज of the radio ones or the newspaper ones. Why? Because you can see the actions of the people, you can hear the sound, you can check it clearly, you can see the product clearly in front of your eyes. So the people are puzzled or influenced much sometimes. We should be more cautious and thoughtful about the show and slogan. So जो इस चीज से लोग बहुत ज्यादा कई बार इन्फ्लुएंस हो जाते हैं, तो हमें जो है इस चीज के ऊपर थोड़ा अवेयर रहना चाहिए. We should not buy things for which are not of use. We should only purchase the things we badly need and within the limit of our pocket. So हमें वही चीजें खरीदनी चाहिए जिनकी हमें जरूरत है या फिर जो हम अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं. The modern means of transport of communication are useful and harmful according to their use by mankind. जो ट्रांसपोर्ट और कम्युनिकेशन की यूजफुल अगर इफेक्ट्स हैं, they also have a harmful effects. We must use them for the benefit of all of us and not war and destruction. So we must use these resources, the things which are being provided to us, we should use them for our benefit only, not for war and destruction. So we have completed the chapter. Now we will move to the classroom activity. Give one or few words for first the thick wires which are laid under the ocean for communication. So the thick wires which are laid under the ocean for communication are known as telegraph cables. Second, the place from where radio programs are broadcasted. The place from where radio programs are broadcasted are known as radio stations. Third, films providing news or information. The films which provides news or information are documentary films. Fourth, an apparatus used for producing motion pictures. So apparatus which is used for promoting motion pictures is known as kinetoscope. Fifth, cheapest means of mass communication, it is radio. Sixth, a soundproof room where radio programs are recorded. So that is known as the studio. Now take the correct answer. Which one of the following is the fastest? Airmail, telephone, surface mail or telegram. So telephone is the fastest. Now, through which are the voices and music we hear over the radio transmitted? So the news which we hear over the radio, the voice which we receive through the radio are transmitted through the waves. Third, which is the latest means of mass communication? So we have learned that the television is the latest means of mass communication. Now fill in the blanks. A telex message is printed out by a teleprinter. Now, second, dash makes it possible for us to talk anywhere in the world. So, ISTD makes it possible for us to talk anywhere in the world, that is International Subscriber Trunk Dialing. Third, we can listen to dash while doing our work. So, we can listen to radio by doing our work. Now, next. Dash machine can copy a letter and send it far away through wires. So that is a fax machine. Fifth, television is a means of dash communication. It is a means of mass communication. Now match the following A and B letters. So letters are sent through post office. Second is your magazine. So magazine is made of a paper. Now television is basically reel of film. Now cinema is the wireless transmission. Sorry, the answer for television is the wireless transmission, and the answer for the cinema is reel of film. And the answer for advertisement is slogan. Now, answer the following questions. Question number 1. What is the difference between the telegraph and telephone? So, to know this answer, we have to go on page number 62. So, a teleprinter is like a typewriter. It prints a message at the other and at the same time sending message through teleprinter is known as telex. So this is about telegraph. Now telephone. On a telephone, we can talk and listen to a person at the same time living or far or near in any part of the country. With the new ISTD service, we can talk directly with a person in any part of the country. So this is the difference between the teleprinter and the telephone. Now question number 2, this is your answer number 1. Which is more popular, cinema or television? So to know this answer, we have to go on page number 64. Answer is on page number 64. Cinema or television? So, obviously, television is more powerful as television is the latest invention among the means of mass communication. We can see the action of the scene as well as hear its sound. It provides us with the latest news, information and entertainment. It broadcasts recorded as well as live events of social, political and cultural nature. Now, the number of cinegoers has much reduced due to the television. So, this is for answer number 2. This is your answer number 2, that why television is more powerful than cinema. Let's check question number 3. What is the difference between a radio and a television? So, both the things are used for mass communication. Radio is, on radio we can only listen the sounds or hear the voices, but on the television we can also see the video, we can also hear the voice. So everything is in front of us. So there is a difference. This is the difference between the radio and the television. Now, how have man-made satellites improved the means of mass communication? So the answer is here. It is page number 64. So artificial satellites are man-made satellites that orbit around the Earth. They are launched into space through big rockets. Communication satellites can pick up the signals from one point of the Earth and relay them to all parts of the Earth. Thus, radio, telephone and television signals are transmitted through the whole world. And this is how we are able to communicate in the world. So this is how these satellites help. So this is your answer number 4. Now, question number 5, what things can you read in a newspaper? So, the answer is here. Newspaper is here. What things can we read? A newspaper brings news and views about the people and the events all over the world. Now, it contains the special features, cartoons, information about business, sports, films, television programs, and cultural activities. So, this is your answer number 5. Next, what kind of programs are broadcasted on a television? So to check this answer, you have to check page number 64. We can see our president taking the salute of the on Republic Day and our prime minister unfurling the national flag on the Red Fort. There are also special television programs for the farmers, students, housewives, and others. Television has reached even villages. There are regular film shows on various channels of TV. So this is your answer number 6. That what are the things which are broadcasted on the television? Let's see question number 7. How do communication satellites help us? So communication satellites are man-made. They help us to communicate throughout the world. The communication satellites pick up signal from the one point of the earth and it helps us to communicate to the other parts of the earth. Now, what is fax transmission or facsimile? Let's get back to second page of the chapter. Yes, here. So, facsimile is an exact copy, or fax machine is an exact copy or reproduction of writing, printing, or picture at a distance. So, this is your answer number 8, I think. Now, what two things does a television and advertisement consist of? So, जो advertisement television पे play की जाती है, the television advertisement has a speciality of the product and also have slogans and the colors, different colors which attract the customer to buy it. So these are the two things which are the specialities of the television advertisement. So we have completed the chapter. If you have any problem, you can watch the video again. Thank you so much. Happy learning.